Angelo Badalamenti. And he say, oh, that's it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Angelo. Oh, that's turning my hair, Tom. I love that. Just keep that going.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Guten Morgen. Ist simple. Lynch, it's April 11. Solidamente tendese, ma è April 2025,
David, Mr. Lynch, David, it's Lenny, Mr. Lynch. Can you hear me from here? Because, and if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. 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 sostanzialmente ma purpose che effetto di coscienza si mette nel prep separare tante forme e di adesso di collaboration also for the fact the auto di summer in the winter senza di factor for the auto ma si just for questo si chiede aggettivo soft for the summer aggettivo hot for the winter aggettivo cold sono tante su si chiede la classica aggettivo e la sera arrivare in inglese tre for me questa fine così per assolutamente incomplete ma se parti in classe di particolare since last Friday previous Friday 3 days in the 21st weeks of the spring and simultaneously society during the evening, better say between the evening and the night, even better during the night, seems still a winter atmosphere, in the part of winter atmosphere, and I don't remember, or notice April and the nights of April, and the evenings of April, like this of this moment this year. So, but this for me, I don't know, so people were also good for me, a bit in general, in steer, not the sky, and so that see in general today, yes, I see for sure that everything is just for you, it's really beautiful, but this seems very briefly, some of you is it's a Friday once again, as you know, it's so full as every Friday, I should remember this. Both the respectively the third, the red, and the fourth, the blue, red and white, blue and white resource. Lo story and white reports, and it's since some months I found the precise date or Friday in which I started to see this thing of both the resource. I write you, one of my comments in the video, and the video presumably or probably the first comment, or my another comment, yes, since practically in some months I believe that the third red crash instead was only a battery problem, and since at the time I'm using both. Practically the generally an half and a half. I since at the moment I'm showing an half with this and half with the third, half with the fourth, half with the third, and if in the last weeks I don't know why, but the battery of the fourth, the blue, runs lasts very few minutes, and maximum 10, 12, not more than 15 minutes, and so all the other parts I share with the third red. So this is the new, but practically in the last weeks it's happening the contrary. This is better, work better, and but in general good is the thing that both work or go for me. So I repeat for these three respectively, the third red and fourth the blue, red and white, blue white resource. Questo è il reports in general, se facciamo questa misura di Santa non si considera attaccando per sorta di bridge between my buona chance cosa ti si può intesi una certa di me music se mostro essere preso tu solo off principio di diretto e per non finché tre minuti si sa ripete già si fuori si così tanto fare una tantina senso non ci vedo. Blue skies and golden sunshine, also near overhead. Sorry for the position, but it's this hour. It's the only position to show to you that I have it near overhead. The sun. So what a beautiful sunshine. In these cases, in these cases I cannot start to kiss it. Beautiful, sublime, can't sense. However, yes, student now, consider the review and consider it. Uno consider change of hours pratica nostro weeks ago for now we'll have them sun the sky for other 6 hours and a half yes 40 minutes 45 minutes maximum comparison with left zoom e complete different schedule well so sitting this video window with the new recording so senza nuova su YouTube praticamente then 2 years back the new sentences with water from one to sotto loro per bracket vedi se così
ridi senza quanto verso il dolce di vivere per te sto dolce visimo nel mio trovare il pulso dolce better visimo per me e sapere le cose secondo me le cose se che non riuscite a essere seguiti per me mi si può seguire su me a te visimo a sentire le cose su seguire ma si può seguire già and finally from the video Q&A coming for PG 665 also ne si chiede se ne riesce perché molte people follow the parts yes le chiedi ora non sono un bel sistema posso fare tu adesso mi schiesa and finally I hope you get breakfast today it's late in general forse بس also for me as many effettivamente perhaps old school today slightly late in fact I say late for me te quello importante è se fare i fondi con semmai tutti i trip tu sei stato in fact non breakfast ti finta nessun biglietto starta vita ti finta partiamo da te tu sei stesso se finché te tre con fa così ecco semmai tutti i trip su sarà ciò vai tu devi ripete close si cade record late ti si mette in breakfast adesso so slightly late for me it's just really obviously plus in quote noon 47 it's but the really important thing is sure to remember the attention me also today fortunately with the so I'm really happy and that's news to say e che fa si sono mosso tengo il fuoco absolutely it's weeks and the shorts very difficult but the real thing is that I would say in particular to first one is about the amiche che fatto finish shot storia che si inizia con fiusi possono squicchi chocolate fa così un dato nel short fragmenti video nel short within this episode the fact that English breakfast versus about this is that video particular mega pop second thing is about the serious fact and if there are beautiful serious target corner the talent serious for me these are second place position because at the first place position for me there are the Bambi talent serious in fact I always truly recommend them because they are really superb. Tomorrow I suppose for today if I couldn't tomorrow to lap my well see